Good evening, and welcome back to the only channel that treats celebrity news with the depth of a novel and the precision of a documentary. You are watching News Around. As the calendar turned the page on another year, most of us were looking forward, but in the world of Turkish stardom, all eyes were suddenly turned to a single, freezing moment of time captured on a screen. It was a moment that answered months of speculation and replaced rumors with undeniable reality. We are, of course, talking about the hard launch that shook the internet, Kerem Bürsin and Selin Yagcioglu. For a long time, we have known Kerem as the stoic prince of privacy, a man who guards his heart like a state secret. But 2025 ended with a revelation that shattered that image, replacing it with something far warmer, far messier, and infinitely more fascinating. Today, we are not just looking at a photo, we are analyzing a transformation. We are asking why this relationship feels different, why the fans are already predicting a marriage, and what this new, uninhibited version of Kerem Bürsin tells us about his future. Before we dive into the analysis of that passionate New Year's kiss, I have a small favor to ask. If you appreciate our commitment to long-form, analytical storytelling, please make sure you are subscribed to News Around. And for those who want to be the true insiders, the ones who make this channel possible, I invite you to click the join button. Your support allows us to keep digging when others stop at the headline. Now, let's unravel the romantic mystery of the year. 2025 was a year characterized by emotional turbulence in the entertainment industry, a year of high-profile breakups, quiet severances, and romances that fizzled out before they could truly ignite. Just when the collective consciousness of the gossip world had resigned itself to the idea that the era of grand, sweeping love stories had paused, a single post in the dying hours of December reignited the flame. The protagonists: Kerem Bürsin and Selin Yagcioglu. As the final seconds of the year ticked away, social media timelines froze. Followers, fan accounts, and gossip columnists alike paused their celebrations to focus on a single image. Why? Because the relationship between Kerem and Selin, which had up until that moment been a puzzle with missing pieces, a narrative defined by ambiguity and evasion, was suddenly presented with blinding clarity. This was not a paparazzi shot taken from behind a bush. This was a deliberate, curated, and incredibly bold declaration of intimacy. It wasn't merely a meeting of two famous people. It was a manifesto. The photos captured a version of Kerem Bürsin that felt almost alien to his public persona. He was not posing, he was experiencing. He was seen kissing Selin with a kind of relentless affection, a couldn't get enough of you energy that is rarely seen in the carefully managed PR relationships of the acting world. The image spoke of a hunger for connection, a joy that refused to be contained by the need for privacy. It was a genuine romantic declaration that served as both a goodbye to the past and a harbinger of the future. When we list the surprise relationships that defined the landscape of 2025, this duo sits comfortably at the summit. But to understand the impact of the reveal, we must understand the context. This relationship did not follow the classic trajectory of co-stars falling in love or friends turning into lovers. It was an unexpected pairing of two distinct worlds. On one side, we have Kerem Bürsin, the actor known for his discipline, his controlled public image, and a romantic history that, while high-profile, has often been characterized by a certain level of diplomatic distance. On the other side, we have Selin Yagcioglu, a social media phenomenon, a woman who lives her life through the lens of sharing, known for her free spirit, her aesthetic vulnerability, and her daring approach to life. When their names were first whispered in the same sentence, the cynicism of the industry was palpable. Just a date, some said. A temporary flirtation to pass the time, others theorized. But as the weeks turned into months, the breadcrumbs they left behind began to tell a different story. It was Selin who provided the emotional texture to the rumors. Her posts were not just updates, they were windows into a deepening bond. The phrase that truly captured the public's imagination. And perhaps the essence of their dynamic was her admission, "We became like high school sweethearts." Think about the weight of that phrase. High school sweethearts. It implies a love that is giddy, all-consuming, and stripped of the cynicism that often plagues adult relationships. It suggests texting until 3 a.m., the butterflies of anticipation, and a sense of playfulness that Kerem has rarely shown to the public. It was a signal that this wasn't just a mature partnership. It was a passionate regression to the purest form of romance. I want to pause here and ask you, the romantic souls of News Around, do you think high school love is sustainable in the adult world? Is this intense, giddy phase a sign of true love, or just the honeymoon period talking? I want to read your theories in the comments section below. Do you prefer the cool and distant Kerem or this new passionate and open version? To fully appreciate the light, we must acknowledge the shadow from which it emerged. For a significant portion of the recent past, Kerem Bürsin's name was linked with Melissa Sabanci Tupun. That relationship was painted by the tabloids in strokes of beige and grey. It was described as balanced, mature, calm, and fitting for society. It was a relationship that made sense on paper, a union of status and serenity. However, when that relationship ended, it did so quietly, almost imperceptibly. Yet, the aftermath brought about a visible shift in Kerem's energy. Following the breakup, his social media presence dimmed. He appeared more introverted, more reflective. Inner circles suggested that he took a step back to re-examine what he truly wanted from his life and his heart. He didn't want just balanced, perhaps he realized he wanted fire. The entry of Selin Yagcioglu into his life during this period of vulnerability was not, according to many observers, a mere coincidence. It was a perfectly timed collision of needs. Selin brought the color back into a world that had become monochrome. She brought the high school energy to a man who had been living in a serious adult narrative. The contrast between his composed demeanor with Melissa and his uninhibited passion with Selin is the key to understanding why fans are so obsessed with this new chapter. Before the explosion of the New Year's post, there was the slow burn of the clues. The first serious tremor in the gossip world came courtesy of a mirror selfie posted by Selin. It was a masterclass in modern teasing, bodies present, faces obscured, identity ambiguous but heavily implied. It dashed the hopes of followers who wanted certainty, but it fueled the fires of speculation. Is that Kerem's shoulder? Is that his watch? The theories grew exponentially. Then came the countdown. Selin shared a post that was dripping with longing. Last 4 days. Time felt like an eternity. We texted each other every second without even seeing each other. This was a revelation of intensity. It told us that Kerem Bürsin, the busy superstar, was glued to his phone, texting like a teenager in love, counting down the hours until he could be reunited with her. This post did more than just confirm a relationship, it characterized it. It told the world that Kerem was attentive, dedicated, and just as obsessed with her as she was with him. It laid the groundwork for the New Year's reveal, transforming it from a surprise into a much-anticipated climax of a romantic thriller. Now, we arrive at the most shocking and prevalent reaction to the New Year's post. Within minutes of the photos going live, the comment sections were flooded not just with congratulations, but with a specific prediction: they will get married in 2026. Why this specific leap? Why did a photo of a kiss translate immediately into wedding bells in the minds of the fans? The answer lies in Kerem Bürsin's body language. We have seen him in relationships before. We have seen him on red carpets with partners. But we have rarely seen him this possessive. The way he held her, the way he kissed her without regard for the camera or the public opinion, signaled a shift in his internal landscape. Fans interpret this lack of inhibition as a sign of certainty. When a man who is usually guarded decides to let the world see his heart so openly, it is often because he has stopped searching. The possession displayed in the photos, a protective, claiming energy, is being read as the prelude to a ring. The social media consensus is that Kerem has finally found the energy that matches his own hidden intensity, and he is not going to let it go. If you are enjoying this deep psychological breakdown of celebrity romance, please consider supporting News Around by clicking the join button. Your membership helps us dedicate the time needed to write these in-depth scripts and edit these videos. It's a small step for you, but a giant leap for our channel's growth. And of course, make sure you've smashed that subscribe button. It takes two to tango, and Selin Yagcioglu's role in this narrative is pivotal. For her, this relationship is clearly not just another chapter, it is a highlight reel. The language of her posts, the specific words she chooses, and the emotional vulnerability she displays clearly reveal her profound commitment to Kerem. The phrase "like high school sweethearts" is not just cute, it is descriptive of a bond that is fresh, exciting, and devoid of the jadedness that often comes with age. Selin's protective attitude over him, her pride in showing him off, and her willingness to be the one who breaks the news to the world suggest a dynamic where she feels safe enough to lead. Followers have noted that Selin seems to glow differently. This is interpreted as the Kerem effect, the confidence of a woman who knows she is adored. In the celebrity world, where relationships are often transactional, the raw emotion in Selin's digital footprint feels incredibly authentic. She is not hiding the fact that she is head over heels, and that honesty is refreshing. According to the whispers in the gossip columns and the analysis of body language experts, Kerem Bürsin has officially opened a new chapter in his life. We are witnessing the death of the cool Kerem and the birth of the passionate Kerem. It is said that Selin's energy, her spontaneity, her connection to the digital world, her fearlessness has acted as a catalyst for him. She has unlocked a side of him that perhaps even he had suppressed for the sake of his career or his public image. Those close to him report that he feels more himself in this relationship than he has in years. He is no longer performing the role of the perfect boyfriend, he is simply living the reality of a man in love. This naturalism is what makes their connection so compelling to watch. It doesn't feel staged for PR. It feels like we are intruders on a private moment, which is the holy grail of celebrity gossip. As we wrap up this analysis, one thing is abundantly clear: Kerem Bürsin and Selin Yagcioglu did not just bid a romantic farewell to 2025, they set the stage for a blockbuster 2026. While the rumors of a wedding are currently just the hopeful whispers of the internet, the seriousness, depth, and intensity of this relationship provide a solid foundation for those claims. The world of celebrity gossip is now collectively holding its breath, wondering, will this love take the ultimate step in 2026? Will we see Kerem Bürsin standing at the altar, looking at Selin with the same adoration he showed in that New Year's photo? For now, we only know this: 2025 will be remembered as the year the mystery ended and the love story began. It was the year Kerem Bürsin stopped hiding and started living. And frankly, we love this version of him. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the most romantic surprise of the year. What is your verdict? Do you think the wedding rumors are premature, or are you already picking out your outfit for the virtual ceremony? Let us know in the comments below. Please, do not forget to like this video if you enjoyed the storytelling. Subscribe to News Around so you never miss a beat of the Turkish entertainment world. And once again, a massive thank you to our members who have clicked the join button. You are the true producers of this channel. Until next time, may your year be filled with as much passion as a Kerem Bürsin New Year's kiss. Goodbye.